fan here for weekly. What's up, everybody? Super Networks fan here for weekly update number 56 on this Friday. And yes, it is technically Friday. I'm filming this Thursday night, but it's 12:03 currently, so it is actually Friday. And so why am I filming this at night? Well, I recently, just in the past couple of hours, got invited to a very exciting thing going on tomorrow. And yeah, I'm not going to say any more right now, but I am pumped. So as you're watching this, I am actually probably headed towards my destination, and it's going to be a fun little road trip for the day, and yeah, it's going to be exciting. But anyway, so for what's new with the BRZ this week? Well, nothing really. So, you know, I'm past 30,000 miles. I'll be getting an oil change next week. Going to get the taillight fixed for the condensation, hopefully, you know, whenever I take it in for service as well. And that's about it. It is officially warm now. I'm wearing a hoodie, and that's it. It looks like it's going to be warm from here on out, so I'm probably going to swap on my old summer tires that still had a little bit of meat on them, and you know, run through those a little bit during the spring here, and then buy new tires in a couple of months. So yeah, that's about all that's new with the BRZ. The other thing though that's important is if you haven't yet, go watch the giveaway announcement video to see if you won the giveaway, because one of the winners has responded, and she'll be getting her antenna here soon, and the other winner hasn't responded yet. I sent him a message on Facebook, haven't gotten anything back, so definitely go check that, you know, watch it to see if you're one of the people that won. If the person doesn't respond, I'll be busy this weekend with this exciting stuff, but next week, if I still don't hear back from them, I'll do a redraw, and I'll let you guys know for the updated winner. So there's still hope for those of you that were hoping to get a Beatsonic antenna. There is still hope, and if you don't win, they are back in stock. I know whenever I was doing the promotion last week, they were out of stock for a little bit of time, but they are back in stock now, so you can just go and order one if you want one. So yeah, that's it for all the updates on the car this week, so I'll send it back to me at the news desk for this week's news. Right, for this week's news. The first thing is more BRZ news, and this is the headline story for this weekly update, and that is that the 2015 Scion FRS and BRZ, there's been some more information about those cars come out, and the first is that the FRS is going to be, the 2015 version is going to start production on May 7th of this year, and doesn't really say if there's going to be any kind of updates to the car, so it might just continue on as is. You know, they have the new monogram series that just came out, things like that, so I don't know if they're going to do too much with that, but the BRZ is the big news here. So they've just posted up the 2015 BRZ model codes, and so there's the, it goes by FZA is the code, and so there's the FZA 01 manual transmission premium. As you know, you can only get the premium in a manual, there's no automatic. Then there's the FZE, which is the 6-speed manual limited, which is the one that I have. And then there's the FZF, which is the 6-speed automatic limited that you can also get. And then there's a new one for 2015, and it's the FZS 01 6-speed manual. It says 2.0 limited, but it's an S model instead of, it's above the standard limited that I have. So this S model, people are thinking it's going to be the STI trim model. We've heard previously, I've talked about in the past couple of weeks about how we might get the BRZ TS package here, but only the cosmetic stuff, none of the performance stuff, which would be a real bummer. Other reports are saying we will get the full TS here. Some really interesting reports are saying that it might just be the STI version. I don't think it's coming just yet. I don't think that this is a faster version or anything. I think it might just have, you know, at the very best it'll be the TS version. And so it's still a 2.0 limited, so the fact that it says 2.0 means there's no increase in displacement. They're saying that if the BRZ did get faster, they would probably increase the displacement to 2.2 or 2.5 liters. So the fact that this says 2.0 makes me think this is just, you know, a standard BRZ like all the other 2013 and 2014s, except this one might have a few STI parts on it. But it's all speculation now, but it is confirmed there will be a new model that slots above the limited for 2015. So I don't know how much it's going to cost or what is going to be contained in that, but that's the news. So that's exciting to hear. Other news is some Ford Mustang news. As you all know, I love the Mustang, and there's been a couple actually different Ford Mustang reports that came out this week. The first is that the 2015 50th anniversary Mustang was spied, which has a lot of retro cues. It has the corral grill for the, you know, front and pony grill and all that. So that's really cool. It also has a special little badge on the back, and they're thinking that it might actually have side window louvers, which should be really cool. I don't know about the interior, but I'm hoping for retro gauges and things like that for the 50th anniversary edition. But it's only going to be available in white apparently, and it's only going to be available for the 5.0 V8, and it's going to be kind of a throwback to the original 50th, you know, from 1964 and a half, whenever that one came out. It was white, and the first commercial of it prancing through the desert next to all the horses. That's, I think they're kind of going for the look of that car, because when people think of a 1965 Mustang, they think of a Wimbledon white one, just like, you know, this Oxford white is somewhat close, and so I think they're going to do this white and do a 50th anniversary. It'd be really cool if they brought back Wimbledon white instead of having the, you know, normal Oxford white. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. That actually has my interest. You know, as I told you guys before, I've been considering a 2015 Mustang. I have to wait until I drive one to see how it drives. But if I were to get one, I would probably go for that 50th anniversary, because that's pretty cool, and it'll probably hold its value better. Other Mustang news, while we're talking about this 50th anniversary, you know, that's coming up here in April, and Ford is really making a big deal out of it, and it's because it is a big deal. I mean, what other car sticks around for 50 years? And so this is really impressive. And so what Ford is doing is, back in 1965 or 64, whenever the 65 Mustang came out, they put the Ford Mustang convertible on top of the Empire State Building, and they basically disassembled the whole car and rebuilt it, and then just assembled it right there on top of the Empire State Building. It was a huge publicity stunt. Everyone thought it was really awesome. And Ford is doing it again for the 2015 Mustang convertible. They're going to, you know, I guess disassemble one and reassemble it up on top of the Empire State Building and have it up there for a few days. So if you're in the New York area, you should definitely check that out whenever they officially reveal that. And the last thing is some slightly confusing news. There's been some shots here that were spied of the 2015 Mustang. This one is slightly different though, because it looks like it doesn't have any badges on the side, so it might just be a standard non-GT car, because there's no 5.0 badge, and the grille doesn't have the vertical slats in it. It's just a standard pony grille. But according to the spy photographers, this is a dead ringer for dark Highland green, which, as you know, I love the Bullet Mustang, and if they're bringing this color back, even if it's just the color, I'd be happy. But people are thinking this could be a Bullet edition of the 2015 Mustang, which would be kind of strange, considering normally Bullet editions come after the car has been out for a few years, and this being a brand new model, there's no need to have special editions already. Other people are saying this could be the new Guard color that they're going to be debuting on this Mustang. No one's seen that color yet, so this could be that Guard color. Either way, I think it's a really good looking color. Cool wheels too. It kind of has a torque thrust inspired wheel design as well. Pretty cool. So don't know what's going on with that, but if they made a Bullet edition, then that would also have my attention very closely. So yeah, that's it for all the Mustang news. Other car news though. First is that Porsche is saying that they're finally going to start developing flat 4 engines, and so, you know, many of the great classic Porsche sports cars like the 356, those had flat 4 engines, and so I think Porsche is going to move back into that territory, you know, in efforts to have better fuel economy. And they're saying this motor, this 4-cylinder, could actually do up to 395 horsepower, which is pretty impressive. No word on displacement yet, or if it's going to have forced induction or not, but that's awesome. It's probably, they say it's going to show up in the new Macan, and also in the Cayman and Boxster at some point. So it could be a cheaper Boxster, which would be pretty awesome. So yeah, that's definitely good news there. Next is this David Brown Automotive, which was just debuted recently. They debuted their new car, which is absolutely awesome. So it, you know, is obviously patterned after the Aston Martin DB5, you know, the famous James Bond car. And this is based on a new Jaguar XKR. So it has, you know, 500 horsepower, sick sounding V8 from that Jag V8, and with this classic, beautiful body. They really, I mean, sometimes they do retro cars like this and they don't look good. It's trying too hard, but it just clearly doesn't fit. But this just is absolutely stunning in every angle. I really love the way this looks, and yeah, if I had a bunch of money, I would totally buy one of those, because that thing is awesome. It's gorgeous looking. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Thumbs up to David Brown Automotive. Next is that Mitsubishi is celebrating 40 years in the UK with a special edition of the Evo that's going to have 440 horsepower, 412 foot-pounds of torque, thanks to some tweaks to the ECU and some aftermarket parts and all that kind of stuff. And it's going to have the twin-clutch sport shift transmission, so the paddles, so they must have beefed that up to be able to handle that much horsepower and stuff. Pretty sweet car. So yeah, unfortunately it's only for the UK. It's going to be called the FQ440MR Special Edition. And yeah, so all of you guys over in the UK, congratulations, you're going to get a chance to buy one of those. That's awesome. Another interesting thing is Land Rover, their new car was out spied. It's a Range Rover Sport RS. So I guess they're going to go all Jaguar with these Range Rovers now, since they're owned by the same people. And so this one has some clearly Jaguar inspired front air dam, which is a very aggressive intakes to cool the brakes, and it has some really weird camo, which is actually pictures of the car. So really, really strange camouflage there, but it looks awesome, and I can't wait to see the final version of that. Next is a confirmed report that McLaren is going to be making a baby car. I mean, we've been talking back and forth about McLaren, doing different models for the past few weeks now, but it's been confirmed that McLaren will be making a baby car that'll slot beneath the 12C. It's going to be called the P13, at least right now it's called the P13. And so it's going to be around $160,000, they're thinking right now. It's going to come in multiple body styles, which probably means coupe and convertible for now, maybe Targa or something like that later. Yeah, pretty awesome they're doing that. They're saying it'll be around 500 horsepower probably to compete with the 911 Turbo and cars like that. And should be pretty awesome. It'll be based on the same monocell carbon tub that the 12C is. So I don't know how much smaller it'll be than the 12C. It might be close to the same size, just a little bit cheaper and a little bit low performance. Next is apparently Volkswagen understands that wagons that are really fast are really hot right now, because there's this spied shot of Volkswagen Golf R in wagon form that's out being tested and stuff, and it looks pretty sweet. I mean, Golf Rs are awesome, and having it in a wagon form makes it even better, in my opinion. That looks spectacular. Can't wait to see if that actually comes to fruition. That'd be awesome. Another cool wagon thing is Mercedes-Benz was caught testing a CLA 45 AMG shooting brake, which is a kind of hatchback wagon design, and that's going to be a hot seller, I'm sure, because I mean the CLA is just gorgeous. Shooting brake, I mean it's camouflage, you can't see a whole lot, but it's going to be spectacular looking, I just know it. And the CLA has still been selling really well. They're still cranking up the plant to make more of these things, even though these things have been out for almost a year now, and people still just, the demand is there for them, and that's really good to hear, because I think Mercedes totally deserves it. The CLA is spectacular. I still really want to drive one, but I've sat in one. It's really nice. I actually prefer it over the new A3 myself, and yeah, I really like that CLA, so I can't wait for the shooting brake version. Another report here from Top Gear actually is saying that Alfa Romeo plans to launch new versions of the 4C every year. So I don't know how long they plan on keeping this car around for, but that's going to be tough to do. So, I guess you could say that the 4C, the standard one, was the first year, and then the Spider is going to be the second year. They're saying there could be a more luxurious version, since the car is kind of bare bones right now. It's almost Lotus Elise with how Spartan the interior is. So they might make a nicer, luxurious version. And then people are also thinking they could also do a hardcore Stradale kind of version of it. And so that makes for 4 years of the 4C. After that, who knows what they'll be doing with it. Maybe a Targa, something, I don't really know. But pretty awesome. Hey, the more 4Cs the better. I love that little thing. I can't wait to start seeing them here in America. Another report is saying that for 2015 the Toyota Camry is going to be heavily updated, and it's going to come in New York. Normally I wouldn't care about Toyota Camry news, but considering the hot streak that Toyota's been on recently and how they're saying they want to have more exciting cars, and they want to get back into the sports car industry, any news from Toyota is now interesting to me. And so 2015 Toyota Camry, for the first time in probably 20 years, I actually have hope that the Toyota Camry might be an exciting car for once. And so this is pretty sweet to see, that they said it's going to debut in New York at the New York Auto Show here in April, and I can't wait to see what that looks like. The last thing, while we're talking about family sedans, is Hyundai has revealed the all-new Sonata in South Korea, and this is the Korean spec version, but I'm sure we'll get something very similar looking, and it's just kind of meh. I don't know. It's conservative, obviously another family sedan, and just doesn't look too special, honestly. And I mean, the interior of it, it looks like they're trying to copy after Audi with the way they have the center stack and things like that. Again, just kind of meh. So yeah, nothing really impressive there. But yeah, that's it for all the news this week, guys. So send it back to me in the car. All right, so I'll leave you guys with a nice little acceleration here, like I always do.